Have you ever noticed how the quietest people in the room often hold the most power? Why do some people speak less but influence more? And how can mastering silence help you get everything you want without saying a word? In this video, we're diving deep into the art of silence, why it's so powerful, how to use it strategically, and how it can completely transform your life. Before we begin, if you find value in this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us keep bringing you content that makes you think, grow, and elevate your life. Now, let's get started. 1. The power of silence in a noisy world. We live in an era where everyone is talking, on social media, in conversations, at work. Everywhere we go, there's an overload of voices, opinions, and noise. But have you ever noticed that those who stay silent often command more respect? There's a reason for this. Silence is a statement in itself. Silence is not just the absence of words, it's a tool. It creates intrigue, makes people curious, and forces them to listen when you do speak. When you speak less, your words naturally carry more weight. Think about the people who speak sparingly in meetings, but when they do, everyone leans in. That's the power of controlled silence. In any social or professional setting, silence can be your greatest weapon. It helps you avoid impulsive reactions, giving you more control over the situation. When people expect you to react, staying quiet builds mystery and strength. It also puts pressure on the other person to fill the void, often revealing more than they intended. Moreover, silence gives you time to think. Instead of rushing to reply or defend yourself, you can analyze the situation and respond strategically. The next time someone challenges you, try pausing before answering. Let them feel the weight of the silence. You'll be surprised how often they back down or modify their stance. Silence also conveys confidence. People who talk excessively often come across as insecure or desperate for validation. But when you hold back, you project an aura of self-assurance. It signals that you don't need to prove yourself with words. Your presence alone is enough. Mastering silence in a world addicted to noise is like having a superpower. It allows you to stand out, control conversations, and be perceived as someone with depth and wisdom. The next time you're in a crowded room, instead of jumping into the chatter, try staying quiet and observing. You'll notice how people start to gravitate toward you, curious about what's on your mind. 2. The art of listening. Outsmart everyone without saying a word. Most people listen just to reply. They're not really absorbing what's being said, they're just waiting for their turn to talk. But the truly powerful listen to understand. When you master deep listening, you gain an advantage over everyone who can't stop talking. Silence allows you to pick up on hidden emotions, read between the lines, and understand things people don't even say out loud. This makes you more persuasive because you know exactly what others want, even before they do. People reveal so much in their tone, their choice of words, and their pauses. When you truly listen, you become a mind reader. One of the most effective ways to influence people is to make them feel heard. The best negotiators, therapists, and leaders don't dominate conversations. They guide them by listening. When you let someone talk, they reveal their desires, fears, and motivations. Once you understand those, you have the key to persuasion. Want to win arguments without arguing? Stay silent. Let the other person talk themselves into a corner. The more they explain, the more they reveal their weaknesses. Most people will start contradicting themselves or over-explaining, giving you the upper hand. In negotiation, the person who talks the least usually gets the best deal. Why? Because silence creates tension. The moment you stop talking, the other party feels compelled to fill the gap. often making concessions in the process. Salespeople and experienced negotiators use this trick all the time. After stating their offer, they stay silent, knowing the other person will likely feel the need to respond with something better. Another crucial advantage of listening is that it builds deeper connections. People love talking about themselves, and when they feel genuinely heard, they trust you more. This is why the best leaders aren't the ones who talk the most, but the ones who make others feel understood. If you want to become more influential without saying a word, start practicing the art of listening. Next time you're in a conversation, resist the urge to interrupt or interject. Instead, focus entirely on the other person. Observe their expressions, their tone, and what they're really trying to say beneath their words. You'll be amazed at how much you can learn and how much power silence truly holds. 3. Silence in relationships, the secret to attraction and respect. In relationships, whether romantic, professional, or personal, too much talking can kill attraction and respect. Words, when overused, lose their impact, and constant chatter can diminish the sense of intrigue that fuels connection. Silence, on the other hand, has the power to create mystery, demand attention, and build deeper emotional bonds. It serves as a magnet, pulling others toward you by offering them the opportunity to wonder, imagine, and fill in the blanks with their own interpretations. When you hold back your words, people naturally become more drawn to you. Humans are curious by nature. If you don't immediately reveal everything about yourself, others will seek to understand you, making you more compelling in their eyes. This is especially true in romantic relationships, where a degree of uncertainty can heighten attraction. When you are selective with your words, your presence becomes more commanding. The less you speak, the more weight your words carry when you do decide to share your thoughts. Additionally, restraint in communication allows you to maintain a sense of composure and control in interactions. When you are not constantly seeking to fill the silence, you project confidence and self-assurance. This applies in social situations as well. A person who can sit comfortably in silence exudes a presence that others find intriguing and respectable. In professional settings, silence can be an invaluable tool. People who talk excessively can appear insecure or unfiltered. On the other hand, those who listen more than they speak project confidence, wisdom, and control. When you remain silent and observe, you gain valuable insight into the thoughts, emotions, and motivations of those around you. Your restraint can make your words more respected, as others will recognize that you speak only when you have something meaningful to contribute. The best leaders and decision-makers understand this principle and use silence to their advantage, allowing them to assess situations thoroughly before offering their input. Silence is also a powerful tool during conflicts. Instead of reacting emotionally, take a moment to pause. This creates space for the other person to reflect on their words and actions. Often, people will fill the silence themselves, unintentionally revealing more than they intended. This can provide you with deeper insights into their true feelings, motivations, or insecurities. Additionally, silence in the face of provocation demonstrates self-control and emotional maturity, which can diffuse heated arguments and shift the dynamic in your favor. When you refuse to engage in a verbal battle, you maintain your dignity and force the other party to reconsider their approach. Another crucial aspect of silence is its role in fostering deeper connections. Sometimes, the most profound moments between two people occur in the absence of words. Whether it's the comfort of sitting quietly with a loved one or the unspoken understanding between two close friends, silence can communicate trust, intimacy, and mutual respect in ways that words often fail to achieve. Learning to embrace silence in relationships allows you to build stronger, more meaningful bonds with others. Ultimately, mastering silence in relationships allows you to cultivate an aura of confidence, authority, and emotional intelligence. Instead of seeking validation through excessive words, you establish yourself as someone who commands respect through presence and restraint. It is through silence that you demonstrate the strength of your character, the depth of your understanding, and the power of your influence. 4. Using silence for self-mastery and mental strength. Silence is not just an external tool, it's an internal one as well. The ability to cultivate silence within your own mind is one of the most powerful skills you can develop for mental discipline, emotional regulation, and personal mastery. Internal stillness is the foundation of self-control, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with composure and wisdom. Most people are trapped in constant mental chatter. Their minds race with worries, overanalyzing past mistakes and anticipating future problems. This internal noise creates stress, anxiety, and an overall lack of clarity. When you learn to silence your mind, you gain control over your emotions, your decisions, and ultimately your entire life. The ability to quiet mental noise allows you to operate from a place of balance and decisiveness rather than reaction and chaos. Practicing inner silence can take many forms. Meditation is one of the most effective ways to train your mind to become still. By focusing on your breath or a single point of attention, you learn to disengage from the constant stream of thoughts. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to remain calm under pressure, make clearer decisions, and cultivate a deep sense of inner peace. When you are not constantly bombarded by unnecessary thoughts, you can approach situations with a clear and focused mind. Mindfulness is another powerful method. By being fully present in each moment, you reduce the tendency to dwell on the past or stress about the future. This practice rewires your brain to operate with greater focus and emotional resilience. Even simple activities like walking in nature, sitting in stillness, or practicing deep breathing can help you build a habit of internal quiet. By integrating mindfulness into your daily life, you enhance your ability to remain composed and mentally sharp in any situation. Beyond meditation and mindfulness, self-discipline in conversation and thought is crucial. Instead of impulsively reacting to every thought or external stimulus, practice pausing before you respond. This creates a mental buffer, allowing you to act with intention rather than emotion. People who master this skill develop incredible mental strength, as they are no longer controlled by fleeting thoughts or external provocations. This ability is especially useful in high-pressure environments where composure and strategic thinking are essential. In the modern world, where distractions and noise are constant, the ability to cultivate silence is a rare and valuable skill. Those who can control their inner world are far less affected by external chaos. They navigate challenges with a clear mind, remain calm in adversity, and radiate a sense of stability that others find compelling. The more you cultivate silence, the less you become influenced by negativity, impulsivity, and distractions that pull you away from your goals. Furthermore, silence is the foundation of creativity and deep thinking. The most innovative ideas often arise when the mind is still, free from the bombardment of external noise. By intentionally creating moments of silence in your life, you open the door to greater insight, inspiration, and problem-solving abilities. Great thinkers, artists, and leaders have long understood the necessity of solitude and reflection in the creative process. Silence, both external and internal, is the foundation of self-mastery. By embracing it, you gain clarity, control, and an unshakable sense of power over yourself and your surroundings. True strength lies not in the ability to overpower others with words, but in the ability to remain steadfast, composed, and deeply in tune with one's own mind. Mastering silence is the gateway to wisdom, resilience, and unbreakable confidence. 5. The silent path to power and success. The most powerful individuals throughout history, leaders, warriors, philosophers, understood the profound impact of silence. They knew when to speak and when to remain silent. It was never about withholding their voice out of fear, but about using silence as a strategic tool. Silence grants control over situations and over oneself. It forces others to wonder, to reflect, and ultimately to respect you. The moment you stop feeling the need to constantly explain yourself or seek validation through words, you begin to harness a quiet power that is both intimidating and inspiring. Consider the ancient Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. They valued silence not as mere absence of speech, but as a form of discipline. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful rulers in history, believed that restraint in words led to wisdom and control over emotions. A person who speaks less, listens more, learns more, and ultimately understands more. Silence fosters patience, and patience breeds power. In the modern world, this principle remains just as relevant. In business, the most observant individuals often hold the upper hand. They listen more than they talk, reading the room and understanding the motivations of those around them. A silent observer can detect deception, gauge intentions, and make better decisions. Meanwhile, the one who talks excessively often reveals too much, weaknesses, insecurities, and emotions that can be used against them. In leadership, quiet confidence outweighs loud arrogance. The best leaders inspire not through an overflow of words, but through decisive action and carefully chosen statements. Their silence is not emptiness, but presence, an unshakable foundation that others can rely on. People gravitate toward those who exude self-control, and nothing signals self-control more than measured speech. Silence is not passivity. It does not mean disengagement or weakness. On the contrary, it is the ultimate strength. A person who has mastered silence has mastered themselves. They do not feel the need to react impulsively, nor do they feel threatened by the noise around them. They remain steady, composed, and in command of their destiny. So, if you truly want to gain everything in life, practice the art of saying less. Speak only when necessary. Observe, listen. Let your actions define you more than your words ever could. Master your thoughts before you release them into the world. What do you think? Have you ever used silence as a tool in your own life? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content on mastering life through Stoic principles. See you in the next one.